The time is now. Back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm in the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent daily plant the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes at a decent time. But sadly, I got to do some calling the East Coast in the morning because of this nightmare medical stuff. So it's kind of a wash. Anyhow, welcome back. I got my list here. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can. We can go off that. So we got number one, School Us album sale. Let me find the album so you know what I'm talking about. Dig into my grab bag. I don't get my rhymes from this grab bag, but I get my merch. I get my stuff I sell, but not the rhymes. The rhymes don't come from a grab bag. All right. There it is. And attempted a sale, attempted two. One's a bring it to church next week. So things are trending in the right direction here. One for the sale for the month of January. Hopefully, it looks like we get one for the month of February. Get a little streak going. And I sent the digital version as well to my man Argyle. That's who my man is now, and we're going to be hearing more about him. Let's see. I don't like sunsets much. What was I going to say about that? Yeah, I thought I had something to say about the country, and nothing comes to my mind at this moment, but okay. So nothing to report on that. You will be glorified. So discussion at church today about the music, and my friend there, Goodwill. Can't remember the name of the channel. Sorry, Lynn. But anyhow, she was having suggestions about the songs that are played at church. I kind of likened it to a purist. If you like country music, this isn't real country. Maybe hip hop. This is a real hip hop, and it's for her. All she's ever known when she was younger was really rich, meaningful lyrics that would go with the songs. I think she was speaking mostly to hymns, but maybe it could be some of the more contemporary songs. Maybe they had better lyrics. I don't know. For her, in her mind, it's very superficial, she's saying. And like I said, for me, I really focus on the music in the terms of if I really like the song. I suppose if it had a real great, meaningful theology or something, then but the song wasn't good, I wouldn't be as into it as if the song was kind of superficial, let's say, but the music was really good. That's where I'd go. That's kind of my preference. But I think you can accommodate both, and I said, well, as we go forward with worship songs, well, I would love to have you review the lyrics and see if they're up to your standard. Just like if I'm doing country, I could go with some of these country purists and say, I could almost see having a country purist version and a kind of more contemporary version. I'm not really into that, but at least have some songs because I hear it from my mind. When I hear modern day country, I still hear some songs I feel like might pass the test for what a purist would consider country. Maybe I'm missing that, but as far as this goes, yes, I think it's about striving for good quality lyrics that exalt the Lord. And like I said, I almost said, hey, maybe we could go on our channels and discuss some of these songs. Why not? If this one doesn't do it, this one does do it. Here's why. Here's why. I like that kind of stuff. Assume we're okay with whatever. I think you can do reviews of stuff, and that's totally fine. That's not, you're not, violating anything. YouTube channel. So I thought I was going to lose out again on the short, and I see I didn't get any views so far right out the gate on the short, which is a bummer. But I was able to do it, and so I was able to do the short, and the only reason is because something happened on my phone. My app disappeared or whatever. It actually disappeared. We got rid of it. I haven't reinstalled it, or couldn't, whatever. But when I go on YouTube, basically it doesn't give me the short option. But I noticed when I sent my man Argyle my album, the short option appeared. So I'm sitting there like, as I'm doing all my little shorts or reels or whatever, I'm like, I saw this recently. How can I do this? And so I went to what I sent him, found my own album, found the short option from what I sent him. But if I go to, anyway, I found it. I'm very thankful. So the short's there. It was last week. It was just like a little video, but not done as a short. So back in the game on the shorts. Did the Instagram. So TikTok still does the best. Last week a little under 1,000. I just sent this one out. Now I got a follower. I'm up to 26. Just need to get to 1,000. But I mean, I got a bunch from a couple weeks ago. Like, I won't say a bunch. We'll say 5. But we'll see. I mean, I guess if you're posting every day, you can get followers. You can get there quicker. Haven't had that conversation with Edwin. So we don't know. No updates with that TikTok. I think that's all I have to say. Nothing on rules of engagement. Not very much to talk about here. Bellevue Ballers today. So merch. Nothing major. Trump's gonna thump. Oh, I did tell someone I was gonna send him that. I do need to do that. And I'm tracking, going back to YouTube, what I've shared so far. Yes, I told him I would share this song, and I failed to do that. So I've shared like maybe 5 things so far this year, which is no big deal. But I did a couple. One today. I did one yesterday. And when I sell the album, I will send my digital version. Because like, how come you don't have it online? I got it online. But I would really love for you to have the offline version and add that to your collection. And he said he went and checked out some group, country, kind of a not alt country, whatever you'd call that. Not like on the country stations country, but a group he really likes. So he picked up a couple CDs, he said. So he's not opposed to buying CDs. Pretty cool. I guess I sold the other CD last week, right? So so nothing major there. Now, this is kind of the big conversation. So now we got my coworker. His name's Argyle. Argyle. If you type it in, he made a song with Benadryl, and it's called Metropolis something. Yeah, I talk about the Metropolis Times. Something about Metropolis and Benadryl, and but if you put R and Guile, that does come up in a search. And I believe if you were to put that in YouTube, it would come up, that song. So he said that 2014 he did an album, and Benadryl, and then Argyle produced on it, and was ranked number 12 album in Seattle that year, which I'm not sure who did that ranking, if it's Seattle Weekly or who, but that's really good, of course. That's good to have on the resume. So we just go with that. But anyway, as far as Argyle, he cooked up a beat like in a minute in the break room. on his phone. As before, he's telling me, "Oh man, all my recording stuff's put away." Oh, okay, that sucks. Now it's like, but I can do it on my phone. All right, well, let's do that then, or something. There's a workaround. So now, game on. We can make songs like crazy, and we can whip some of these things out. Actually, I was happy with the beat he made. Shall I play the beat? I don't know. I probably talked to him about that, but anyway, I'm like, that is cool, And he's saying he can show me how to do it, which okay, maybe get some software. So he says it's not like the drum pad, which he can do that. Well, some what Alex wants to do, he's like, well, maybe I could create a beat and he could play the bass guitar along a bass line with it. And I'm like, I don't know if he does that exactly, but we got to find that out. So gotta get with Alex. So I want really the three of us to get together and have a strategy session / maybe record a few demos or something. The two of us can do a lot, but we gotta get Alex in on it too, to have the group really doing it. It doesn't work without him. So that's it, because Edwin kind of I think he's been pretty busy. That's my impression. I didn't hear anything today. No update. So I'll say he's busy. It's okay. You keep working on that song, my friend. And then, like I said, Argyle, we could probably get a number of things done. So on the 12th, the plan is on the 12th to get together. I'll be off that day. He'll be off, and see what we can do. Sure. Yeah, I would say I could probably get in a couple hours with that's a pretty good amount to get whatever I can done, and not cause too many problems, but at least I'm doing something. So that's the update. So current events. Okay. I was informed by somebody an insurance agent here in the local area, that she's part of the Lake City Business Group, which would make sense if you're in insurance to do that. And I'm hearing that there's 36 of these massage places in the Lake City area. I guess where we live is a part of it. We have like 5 within a few blocks here. It's just incredible. Oh man. And so she's like, talk to the police, and the police like, well, we shut them down and just move somewhere else. Okay. But I think you got to go after the landlords. You got to go hard, because they'll cave. I guarantee it. If you go after these landlords, you got to come up with something. But you got to go after the landlords, and however you do it, that's the only path to getting rid of these things. Right? I mean, that's the only way. 36, gosh, of course. From the outside, you don't see anything. All I know is I looked up the phone number, and it's like back in the day, the back pages in these magazines that you didn't want to tell anyone you were looking at. It looked like that. I'm like, wow, that's your website, and it's in my building. Wow. And there's 36. Okay, so it's like a whole secret society underground thing going on here. But again, just like in the song I'm making, it's more of us than there are of them, and what do we have to gain from it. So it's just a matter of working together. And I was told I can come to these Lake City business meetings, but will I be available? Probably not. So it's just on my list of causes to fight for. I don't know if I mentioned, but another thing is I looked at the motel on my route, which is the southernmost point of prostitution on Aurora. Basically, it's on my route, 82nd in Aurora. Zillow has it at $3.5 million. I mean, that's like 2 nice houses put together. Can we, I was talking to the one person who's, her son was working for the hotel magnate, big baller in Thailand, and he knows something or two about hotels and builds them and does something. So anyway, I'd love to pick his brain and just a goal set. How about goal setting? Maybe we can't do it tomorrow, but we can goal set, because that's what's going on. I see him walking, not every day, but there's times when I'll see him walk from that motel back up north on Aurora. I think I might have said this. So, and I'm making a song about it, so I can talk more about it anyway. I should do it now. So, that's the deal. So anyway, I have this song. So yeah, that's some of the ideas of how to deal with it. Again, political will. Will of the people. How bad do people want that to change? Again, it's not terrible. My wife's so turned off though. The one woman came out of there. She wears a bathrobe out to the dumpster, out into way out in the public on Lake City. It's like a bathrobe. Okay, I mean not, So it's wild. It's not a family-friendly environment, I would say. Yeah. So let's see. Here we go. Let's get through the song and see how long we got. And 16. Okay. Are you a vicious pimp? In other words, are you a vicious procurer? Or maybe you're a benevolent pimp, not prone to clocking the dome of the ones who give you a home because they are your slaves. As for the runaway, you are prone to clocking the dome of the one who's seeking the sound of freedom. How's come this all happening? In short, because we let it happen. While there's more of us than there are of them, by turning a blind eye, ain't nothing to stem the whole flow. So there you go. What type of pimp are you? The things we've seen you do makes us believe that you could achieve 2K a day, that you'd be okay. Come back the next day and collect that pay. What kind of fool am I to simply sit and sigh? Makes you believe that you can achieve 2K a day. Will nobody say you should go away like now, today? What type of pimp are you? The things we've seen you do makes us believe that you could achieve 2K a day, that'd be okay to come back the next day and collect that pay. What kind of fool am I? To simply sit and sigh makes you believe that you can achieve 2K a day. Will nobody say you should go away like now, today? Where there's lows, there's holes. Right under our noses how the story goes. Where there's Chick-fil-A, there'll be a chick, eh? Trying to make his day and make that pay. Where there's a jack in the box, there's a stack of hawks swooping in for another sin. Where there's a Krispy Kreme, they're always seen. Is it a dream? No, not like it seems. 137. And that's kind of, 4 businesses. And I'm like, should I go to the hook? Not like it's easy. So I can go to the hook. I'm just kind of going, I'm just exploring, right? I'm not trying to really hold to any real tight boundaries here. That kind of fits that verse. It's kind of coming from a whole different than the first verse, but for businesses, for explanations, So I think I could go with the hook again. And then and that's going to put me over 2 minutes for sure. The question is, do I do a third verse? I don't know. I don't know. Because like I said, I couldn't have a verse about how to turn the tide, I suppose. And maybe that would be smart. Like a call to action, let's say. I've kind of described it already a little bit. And what are the actual items here? As I talked about, I just think it's like somebody spearheading it and rattling the cages of these do-nothing politicians, really, and get the ball rolling, and because nobody wants it, but nobody's either feels they know how to deal with it. Yeah, because Like I said, in the case of this motel, buy the motel, problem solved. No, they're not going to buy it. They're not going to. There's not going to be any new versions of these motels in Seattle. There's no way. These are a dying breed. Like there used to be motels up on Aurora, like before you got to the zoo, heading north. Those are all gone. You'll never see them again. So that's all gone. So over time, you can literally get rid of them. You know, at least get rid of that problem. Who knows if they'd still be around, but at least do away with that. I suspect, you know, these guys could get Airbnb or whatever they do and have little spots, I suppose. But you know, at least you're trying to like make it harder. So yeah, because I would need to do more work, and that's just on a list. I'm not going to get any further into this. So let me just recite the song. I had an idea for my next song that would require a CD player. I've got other songs. Let me think if I can remember that one. No, I've been wanting to do the song for so long. I guess I can start the other song without using the CD player. Yeah, I'll probably work it out and then have the CD player for the next episode to work it in. All right, so here we're going to go from the top. Are you a vicious pimp? In other words, are you a vicious procurer? Or maybe you're a benevolent pimp, not prone to clocking the dome, and ones who give you a home because they are your slaves. As for the runaway, you are prone to clocking the dome, the one who's seeking the sound of freedom. How come all this all happened? In short, because we let it happen. Well, there's more of us than there are of them. I turn a blind eye, ain't no way to stem the whole flow. So there you go. What type of pimp are you? The things we see you do make us believe that you could achieve $2K a day, that'd be okay. To come back the next day and collect that pay, what kind of fool am I? To simply sit inside makes you believe that you could achieve $2K a day. Well, nobody say you should just go away like now, today. What type of pimp are you? The things we've seen you do makes us believe that if you could achieve $2K a day, that'd be okay. To come back the next day and collect that pay. What kind of fool am I? To simply sit inside makes you believe that you could achieve $2K a day. Well, nobody say you should go away. Where there's lows, there's hoes. Right under our nose, how the story goes. Where there's a Chick-fil-A, there's a chick. Hey, there'll be a chick, hey, trying to make his day and make that pay. Where there's Jack in the Box, there's a stack of hawks swooping in for another sin. Where there's a Krispy Kreme, they're always seen. Is it a dream? No, not like it seems. It's not really a rhyme. What type of pimp are you? The things we've seen you do make us believe if you could achieve $2K a day, that'd be okay. To come back the next day and collect that pay. What kind of fool am I? To simply sit inside makes you believe that you could achieve $2K a day. Won't nobody say you should just go away like now, today. What type of pimp are you? The things we've seen you do makes us believe if you could achieve $2K a day, that'd be okay. To come back the next day and collect that pay. What kind of fool am I? To simply sit inside makes you believe that you could achieve $2K a day. Won't nobody say you should go away like now, today. And that is over 2 minutes. All right, so I'm going to call it good on that. And then we'll get to the next song. All right. And it's kind of related. I gotta think about this for a second. I gotta think if I have the yeah, I wish I did the hook first. Okay, so sorry I don't have that. And maybe I have to switch to another song, but what was I gonna do? Let me brainstorm for a second. The song I had thought of doing was Oh, okay. It's called Your Mama Ain't Raised You Right. Okay, so your mama ain't raised you right. Okay, so this song is about it is a bit of a proxy war, something going on when it comes to country music and some of these musicians. So they're trying to get with the country sensibility, but they're trying to. A lot of them are trying to live maybe a dual life, where you're kind of trying to be in Hollywood or something, but maybe you're in Nashville. But basically, you're really from the country. You should be down with all the woke Hollywood craziness, right? Thomas Rhett has that song, "Country Again." Man, it feels good to be country again, or something like that. You know, he's been anyway. So he kind of talks about that. I've been away. I've been in California, but now I'm coming back. Okay, well, good. So I'm just saying. So your mom ain't raised you right. So I don't know if there's been a rap song calling out country artists for being liberals, basically. So yeah, I would do something like this. Uh, uh, and I'm from the city, but my thinking is, and if you look all around the world, rural areas are more conservative than cities. Okay, so we'll have to get into that. Something ain't quite right. Um, you seems uh, seems you're walking a rope that's tight. You want you live in you live in the double life, because like they even hear about Willie Nelson or whatever. Rick Perry said Willie Nelson never voted for me. Who'd you vote for, Willie? We love your music, but what's up? All right, you live in the double life, and see, yeah, I can give Willie a little slack because back in the day, there were Democrats weren't as crazy. Hopefully, he's coming around himself. It might be too late for him. Living the double life. Uh, Something ain't quite right. Seems you're walking a rope that's tight. You live in the double life. Uh, Hollywood, Holly hype. Really, the song is "Low Places" from Garth Brooks. That's how you should be at one of these Hollywood parties. You should be from low places, and not trying to be with these elitists. So was you? I'm about to run out of time. I'm just not continue that, but That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like, yeah, if you're fitting right in, maybe something's wrong. Okay, next time we'll get back to the rhymes.